What? Go on. Whew. How's it going? When I originally went to go sit down and film this, my sister ended up calling with a bunch of updated news, so I'm back. Hey, got some room service. French fries here. Actually, this is like the last one, but I'm coming to you live from Banff, Alberta. So Bentley and I are currently on our BC trip. If you guys didn't know, I'm posting a lot about our trip since we've been out here, and it's been such an insane experience, you guys. I cannot wait to edit together the footage. Like, you guys are gonna see some cool stuff. Before I started jumping into that content, I kind of wanted to make a video where I'm just like laying everything out on the table and just explaining all the things going on with Catcher, explaining all the things, kind of like a life update, and just explaining where I'm kind of at, because I feel like this trip has been, I don't know how to explain it except for the fact that I just feel like I'm completely recharging and almost kind of just like resetting and just shifting back into a version of myself that just feels more, I don't know, like I feel like I'm really hitting a reset button right now. And I know that the last couple months on my channel, even back in the spring, I was making videos about how to like make over your life and spring clean your life, but I feel like I can't formulate words to capture the way that I'm feeling right now. I normally have a lot of things to say about any particular subject, so for me to feel so like for me to feel so just like, you know what I mean, like I can't even do it right now, but it's all really good. And I feel like the reason why I can't explain it yet is because I'm still kind of right in the middle of it, and I'm just opening, like cracking open the shell. I wanted to sit down in this beautiful castle that I'm sitting in right now in Banff with this view. Hold on, like, what is this? This is my view. Beautiful robe with a glass of rosé and just have a life chat with you guys. Think of it like a coffee talk, but it's just more life. As you guys know, I took a bit of a 2-week break from YouTube. Mentally was like, okay, it's time to step back. Jumping back into it, I basically just uploaded the Cancer Get Ready With Me because I didn't want my cancers to not get that video. When I started posting again, it didn't feel right to upload without just like kind of checking in on you guys and just telling you guys my updates. And maybe you don't even want to hear this video, and that's totally fine. I'm really good at wrapping things up at the end of the day with a pretty little bow and giving you guys kind of like my 2 cents on things, but I'm not as great at kind of letting you guys in more personally. That's something I'll talk about in section 3 of this life update. From what I've heard and from what you guys have commented, I come across as very bubbly and enthusiastic, but in real life, and not that that's much different, I am bubbly and enthusiastic, but I am a little bit more quiet and reserved, and I tend to be very selective on who I let completely inside of my realm of vulnerability. So that's what I'm getting at here. I guess I'm not that great at being vulnerable. Me talking about more personal things rather than trying to put a very wise and woke spin on something, it almost kind of pulls me personally out of the equation, which makes it easier for me to talk about. Something I want to start doing on my channel is letting you guys in more, because 90% of my day is taken up by vlogging and putting things together and talking to you guys, and so why wouldn't I let you in more, you know? If we'll call them tea talks, maybe I'm feeling healthy that day, I don't know. Long story short, coffee talks are gonna stay. That's super like motivational, inspirational chat, but then I feel like we need to have a balance where we sit in robes and just have girl talks. Maybe, I don't know, girl talk is a little too like, you know, just girly. You guys can think of something. Leave it down below. Needed that break in ways that I just creatively feel so much more inspired to film again, which is something that I started falling out of love with. I just felt like I almost had to film a video, and so now I'm just feeling like that's gone. Like I filmed this random video that you guys are gonna see in one of the Airbnbs I stayed in. That's a really exciting feeling going into Youtober, where I know I'm gonna have a lot to film. But even planning out Youtober, which I've been doing, I'm just like, first update with YouTube is that I am back, I guess, now that you know, and I'm excited to film. But one thing that needs to change between now and Youtober is that I don't know when I'm gonna be posting anymore. I would rather upload a video that I'm super excited to share with you guys than upload a video I felt I had to post just because something was expected that day. I feel like some of my most recent videos are videos that I wasn't even excited to upload. It needs to come from a good place. I don't ever want to post something for you guys that comes from a place of stress and anxiety, because I think that that translates a lot in my video. I can even sense my own anxiety watching it, and I can sense how uptight and strung out I kind of feel. almost pepped up on caffeine and stuff that I am, just to try and just go, go, go. And it's not, I don't know, it's not really the message I want to get across to you guys. That's why I'm just gonna post when I post, is basically what I'm saying. Way too long of an explanation, I apologize. Even making that Catcher trailer, I had so much fun making that, and it made me wonder, like, why am I not making more content that I just really even if it's weird, just want to make because it's fun? That is when I feel I translate the most, like, I don't know, that's just when I feel good. That's when I feel happy. That's when I feel creative, and that's when I just don't care, or I'm not doing things because I feel I have to. I'm creating because I just want to create, which is why I'm here. Like, I don't know. So if you guys have been following the journey of Catcher, it is the book that I'm publishing, and this journey has been one that had left me in tears a couple days ago in a random Starbucks in Kelowna, BC. And I will short form this whole update for you guys so that the information is direct and clear, so that there is no more confusion and you guys know exactly when, how, and ultimately the whole deal of getting your hands on Catcher. This being the first book I've ever published, like, this is gonna be print, this is gonna be a physical book. I didn't realize how much actually went into it. So even though I had the edits done and sent to my editor, been an angel, she swooped in right when I needed her to, but she kind of also put me in a bit more of a realistic state where it was like, this is not gonna be doable in the time frame that you really want to if you want it done right. So we decided to switch it to July 31st, thinking that we just flipped the 3 and the 1, and I would release it for pre-order. Well, the other day, as I found out, I used my hotspot for a solid 6 hours, guys. I cannot. I don't even want to look at my phone bill. It hasn't come through yet because this was literally a couple days ago, but I was trying to hotspot it from this cabin in the woods and upload the book. It takes about 10 minutes to actually load everything before it even tells you that it doesn't work. And I was getting so frustrated, and I was getting so frustrated by the fact that I was being frustrated because I felt so peaceful and calm like every day in this trip, and this just was really harshing my mellow. So I decided to drive in to Starbucks to upload it there, knowing that their Wi-Fi would be stronger, and then found out that it was going to take 72 hours to even get approved. So then I find out that it's approved and it went up, but it wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to go for pre-order, and so people found it. It was the old manuscript. I had to take it off, and then I found out that you can't even put print books for pre-order. You can only put ebooks for pre-order. Cue me crying in Starbucks, like crying, sobbing in the corner, trying to collect myself so I could walk out without sobbing in front of other people. Like, it was so, I don't cry often, but damn, I was like, what do you mean? It's not gonna go live. Holy shit, people are waiting. I was a mess. I started laughing because I was like, I just knew there was nothing I could do. There was literally nothing I could do, and it felt like such a cruel joke that it was almost laughable, but then I was also crying because I was really upset because this whole launch has just been not what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to just be like, boom, trailer, boom, pre-order, boom, book goes live, and it just has been not that. And I had to just accept that my expectation wasn't gonna happen, and I needed to like let it go and deal with what I could do about it rather than how I wanted it to be. And so with that, I got the last and final version of my book, Catcher, last night, and I stayed up till 3 a.m. last night trying to read it from front to back, basically to make sure that I gave it the full stamp of approval that it's ready for print. Like, it's ready to go, except for we just need to make the design templates of the pages. But I had to get it back to her last night pretty much if we wanted to stay on par with the 31st, and I didn't stress out about it the way that I was earlier this week. And instead I was like, you know what, it's 3 a.m. I'm exhausted. This just needs to go down right. It doesn't need to go down on a specific day. This just needs to happen in a way that I feel is honorable to the book, to you guys, to the story and the characters. This is where, when we get into the BC chats, you guys are gonna, the things that have been happening on this trip have been so weird. This video is turning into a story time, I hope you don't mind, but it's a story time about life, okay? I had this dream last night where my papa asked me for a print of Catcher for his birthday. And when I went to grab the book didn't look like the book in my dream, it was yellow, but the weird thing about it being yellow is every time I see yellow, like, energy, just anything that just radiates a kind of yellow aura to it, I always feel like my papa is near. And it was so funny because I handed him the book And I don't really remember much else from the dream, but when I woke up this morning, I remembered him asking me for the book and it being yellow. I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, like I got up, I made my coffee and I started reading through it again and it hit me like a brick wall. If I put it live for the day my papa's birthday is, it would be August 7th, which is exactly 1 week after the 31st, which gives us the exact amount of time we need. Give one last update. I can film this video. I can be like, this is the day it's gonna go live. It gives me more time to make a trailer for it. Part of you guys really helped that because so many of you guys were sending such supportive updates being like, just get it live when you can, like don't break your neck. And I was like sobbing even after I was reading those because I was like, thank you. Like I didn't realize how much pressure and how much it's been affecting me. And so just knowing your guys' support was there, I just knew that that dream was kind of like, okay, I'm reading The Alchemist right now, so you'll have to excuse me, but an omen from the universe. Hatcher is gonna be completely available for print and for an ebook all across the board on Amazon. I will be updating you guys when the links are live. There is gonna be a pre-order for the ebook only because apparently that's all Amazon lets you do. Next week, there will be an ebook pre-order, and then as of the 7th, mark your calendars, midnight, the 7th, okay? Eastern Standard Time, plain and simple. I won't complicate it ever again, and that's it. Now all the confusion can be scrapped, and not only that, the energy around it feels so good. And I just, and last but not least, since I've been rambling forever, let's get to the third chunk of this video, which is the life portion. And this is me breaking down my vulnerability. Also, I feel like this really has just turned into a story time. You guys are gonna get most of the life updates in the BC vlog because it's been very, like, I've been trying to actually just be more open with myself, I guess, on camera since I've been in BC. It all started with me deciding that this trip I wanted to not just show you guys some cool B-roll, but for me to actually just like let you in on what's going on mentally during this trip because it's been a very spiritually awakening thing. I guess I'll tell it to you in terms of the whole Dancing with Elephants thing because I guess that is another update. Back in April, I went through a breakup and I went traveling to 3 new places and I made this whole like beach dance elephants thing, and if you guys missed those vlogs, I completely vlogged the whole thing and all of that fun stuff, and then I released that I was writing a book about it and it was called Dancing with Elephants. It is called Dancing with Elephants. This is gonna be one of those like whoa moments because it's one of those whoa moments that I'm kind of having in my life right now where I wrote something. I can show it to you actually. I wrote something when I was drafting out the chapters, and I was in Thailand at the time and working on this book. And it's funny because at the very end of it, I wrote an epilogue. It was one of those things where you know when you do something and you're not even really like doing it, but it's just kind of happening and you're like, why is this happening? But you're also just kind of letting it happen. And then afterwards you're like, that was weird. That happened when I was writing down this. So I wrote down epilogue and I wrote 3 months later. After I wrote it, I like sat back and was like, why did you do that? Like that was weird. Like what are you planning on doing in 3 months? Like what's gonna be so whatever? I was like, yeah, you know what? There's gonna be a 3-month update that I feel like is really gonna solidify Dancing with Elephants, right? So as time kind of progressed and I got back from Thailand and life continued to unfold, met a lot of people, I did a lot of things, and I was kind of like waiting for that 3-month moment where I was gonna be like, there it is. Had a moment where I was like, maybe it's a boy. And then I had a moment where I was like, maybe it's a move across the country. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Maybe Cody Simpson's finally gonna realize we were meant to be. I don't know. I've come to realize that the 3 months later is happening right now, and this trip has been the most solidifying thing to all of the stuff I was dealing with in April, and it is just like, which ties me back into the beginning of this video where I said that this trip has been the most, like I can't formulate words. I can't even write it yet. I tried to sit down and be like, okay, it's happening, but it's not, like it is happening. It's not ready to be written yet because it's literally happening right now. Between all of these changes that have happened and between just even how different I feel in my own skin, in my own bones, and in just even in my own words. There's some like serious shifts going on right now. It's kind of insane. And not stressing over where I think I need to get next or what I need to do to make sure I get somewhere next. I've kind of just like kicked back and been like, let's just be here. I can't. I'm getting emotional. So that was my not girl talk, because we decided we're not calling it that, but rosé talk, I guess. And those are all the updates that I have from BC. I hope you guys feel a little bit more in the loop now. That said, I definitely want to thank you guys for this time that you just kind of gave me, even though I know like you guys have your own lives, you're not sitting around waiting for me to post, but I mean, it weighs on me a lot when I feel like I'm letting you down, even though there's no one even physically there. Okay, that's a lie. There's people that have been like, you're letting me down, and I'm like, I know. There's also a lot of you guys that are like, you're not letting me down. Like, you need to be healthy and be happy. And how lost I was, and how lost I can even see myself looking when I went back and watched some of those videos, and it's just, I think that it all happened for a reason, and it's all clicking into place right now, and I can't wait to edit it together. Honestly, just live out the second half of it. This is only the first half, and I feel changed. I'm sure you're sick of hearing me say. And yeah, so my cup's done. Probably gonna pour another though, because I have to work tonight. I might order some more french fries too. Like, these were, they literally tasted like McDonald's french fries. That's my life update. Again, if you guys want to follow more of my West Coast adventures, I can't even get started on Bentley right now because I'll start crying. I literally was editing a caption, sobbing again. I don't know why I've been sobbing a lot on this trip. Damn. I'm like, I'm not even on my period. I don't know what's going on. They're like happy sobs. It's crazy. I'm gonna go. I don't know why I'm still rambling. Gonna go record a podcast. So I will talk to you guys later and see you all in the next upload, which I will hint and tease at on my socials. Adios. Like I was waiting for a little bit. You guys leaving? Oh, I'm still here. Bye! Bye!
Am I asking for too much?